A therapist is expensive. That's the day you lose your self-respect. But I'm here for you. I will be your free therapist. It's almost the same thing as falling off a staircase. Here are a few things that I learned the hard way. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. How are you guys doing today? Are you single, complicated, talking stage, or are you heartbroken? Well, whatever it is, this video is for you. You might need it in the future, or maybe you need it right now. Maybe you're just here because you are a true supporter. I love you. Anyways, in this video, I'm going to be talking about 7 things that you should never do after a breakup. A heartbreak is like one of the worst things that could happen to a person. Listen carefully, I said one of the worst things. But personally for me, it's not one of the worst things. It's something really casual and it's something that's very normal. It's almost the same thing as falling off a staircase or getting hurt physically. It's not a big deal unless you make it a big deal. A heartbreak shouldn't be a big deal if you don't make it a big deal. Let's say you're cooking something and you cut your finger off. Are you gonna make it a big deal? I don't think so. Are you gonna be heartbroken about it for like months? No, you're not. Because you choose to not make it a big deal. The society has made it seem to be like it's a big deal. We follow the same steps. We make it a big deal. But in your head, if you convince yourself that it's not a big deal, it won't be a big deal. But I understand. The heart wants what it wants. Selena Gomez said it. But your mind is way more powerful than your heart. You know what they say? If you let your heart control you, you're gonna be gone way too soon. Work with your mind, not with your heart. So anyways, that was my introduction for heartbreak. But if you're going through a breakup and you don't know what to do next, or you don't know what not to do next, this video is for you. But in this video, I'm only gonna be talking about the don'ts, because I feel like the don'ts are way more important than the do's. Number 1, do not ever ask him to come back. The day you ask a man to come back into your life after he's trying to leave you, that's the day you lose your self-respect. Your mom didn't go through all that pregnancy and labor and all that stuff just for you to degrade yourself in front of a man who doesn't deserve you. Let's say he does deserve you. It doesn't matter. You should never try to keep something that does not want to be kept. Now, if you've done something wrong, then that's another story. But again, you cannot keep something that does not want to be kept. Because let's say he does come back. The rest of the relationship, he's gonna have an ego problem because you asked him to come back. In his mind, he's gonna be like, oh, she asked me to come back, she begged me. And he's gonna tell his friends. Do you think he's not gonna tell his friends? And not only that, he's gonna tell his future girlfriends. He's gonna tell his girl best friend, and he's gonna tell people. And is that how you want to be remembered? You know what's the best thing to do? If he wants to leave, just be like, cool, bye. And that's it. Don't ever ask a man to come back. Asking a guy to come back could never go the right way. Because let's say he does come back, you're still gonna look stupid and desperate. But let's say he doesn't come back, you're still gonna look stupid and desperate. So you're not gonna win in this situation, so don't ever ask a man to come back. Number 2, never cry on social media. Now, I know a lot of girls take pictures and videos of them crying. I do that too. Shh. But don't ever post it. Doesn't matter if it's your private story or whatever, don't post it. You cannot trust people nowadays. If you're posting it for him, oh my god, girl, I will beat you. But even if you're not posting it for him to see, or you don't want him to see, but you still post on your private story, there will be a snitch. You cannot trust anybody in this world. Someone's gonna snitch on you, he's gonna see it. Either way, why would you want people to see you crying? You're just making yourself look weak in front of people. Just don't do that. If you're posting it for fun, like for entertainment purposes, make sure it's not near your breakup, because your ex-boyfriend's gonna think it's because of him and you don't wanna give him that ego boost. Don't cry on social media. Number 3, do not post petty quotes or any type of quotes on Instagram for him to see. Stuff like, oh, you are my cup of tea, but I drink champagne now. No, girl. We are in 2021. We are all baddies. We don't care. If a breakup happens, you don't post stuff. You don't post anything, especially not quotes for him. Because everyone else watching, the audience is gonna know it's for him, and he will also know it's for him. While you are wasting your time and energy posting those quotes on Instagram, he and his new bitch is probably laughing at you together. You don't want that. And if you think posting a bad bitch quote right after a breakup is gonna make him miss you or come back to you or make him feel some type of way, no, that's not how it works. I know I used to think that, but it doesn't. They don't care. The only thing that's gonna happen is you boosting their ego. He's just gonna think, oh, she's so bothered, she's so hurt, she's obviously thinking about me. Don't do that. Don't give him the chance to think that you are thinking about him. Number 4, do not date his friends or anybody in his circle. Now I know a lot of people do this and I've seen this on TikTok. You brag about messing or hooking up with his friends. You're just getting passed around. Date somebody outside his circle, much more successful than he is, much more hotter than he is, much smarter than he and his friends are. But do not date someone from his circle. If you think dating his best friend or his brother is a brag, no. You never know. That best friend and your ex could be playing the game on you. Why take the chance? So just don't date anybody who's in his circle. Find yourself a new boo. There are many fishes in the sea and there are many oceans in the sea. Why do you have to find a fish in the same ocean? Just don't. It's not cool. Girls nowadays have made it a trend to date his best friend after a breakup because they think it's cool, it's savage, but it's not savage. Number 5, do not make plans to secretly meet him. Now I know I used to do this, not with exes, but like with guys I talk to or stuff like that. I try to accidentally meet them at the mall, or I try to accidentally bump into them. Just don't do that. After a breakup, you should go missing. You should create this thing in his mind where he thinks you're missing or like you've disappeared or you're quiet. So in his mind, he has no idea what you're doing and that's gonna bother him. If you wanna get to a guy or if you wanna get into a guy's head or mess with his head, you just have to disappear. Don't post anything, act all normal. If you wanna go out with your friends and post a picture, that's fine. But if I were you, I would just not post anything for days. Just let him wonder, like, what is she doing? What is she up to? If you want, you could post like songs or stuff like that, not sad songs. You could post whatever you want, but just don't post anything related to him, or don't try to talk to him in some way. Don't try to accidentally bump into him. Stay missing, keep him wondering. You're gonna bother him, trust me. Number 6, do not talk about him with your friends or close friends. Do not talk about him with anybody unless it's your best friend or somebody who has literally zero connections with him. You never know who the snitch is in your circle. Limit it to just one person. Talk about him with your best friend if you feel hurt or if you feel sad, but do not talk about him with other people. You never know when one is just gonna be like, oh yeah, she was talking about you yesterday. Once again, you are going to be boosting his ego. The goal is to not boost his ego. If you want him to miss you, you should not be boosting his ego. It's more like if you give in, he's gonna pull back, but if you pull back, he's gonna come to you. So it's something like that. So don't talk about him with your friends who are not that close to you. Never know when it's gonna slip out of one of your friends' mouths. Trust nobody. Take your secrets to the grave. And my last but the most important tip is do not lose yourself in the process of moving on. Now before, moving on was listening to sad songs, just reading a book, or just going out and enjoying with your friends. But nowadays, moving on is walking into the hoe phase, or just sleeping with as much as people you can to forget him, or getting an alcohol addiction or getting a nicotine addiction. Do not lose yourself. Do not do that. Because once you get addicted, first of all, it's really hard to get rid of that addiction. Also, why would you want to damage your health for no reason? Instead, take that pain and turn it into power. Do not let the pain of the breakup turn you into a miserable person. Because, honey, it's not worth it. It's not. Be better. Glow up. You have 2 options after a breakup. Either you join the whole phase, be miserable or whatever, or you can glow up. Also, you could do the whole phase, it's your choice. You do whatever you want with your body, with your life. But if you're doing anything directly to hurt him, or you're doing something only because of him, then it's not worth it. But if it's not for him and you want to be a hoe, go out there and be the best hoe you want to be, or be the best hoe you can be. Do whatever you want to do, that's cool, but don't do anything for him. Don't do anything because of him. You get what I mean? Have a glow up. Go to the gym, get your dream body, get your degree, be the girl that he could never have. Be the girl that he wish he had. Be the girl that he regrets messing up with. Do not lose yourself in the process. Try to be better. If you're over here during your breakup, you're supposed to level up, not level down. Anyways, I don't know why people make breakups a big deal, but I think it's all about the mindset. Here's the thing. In life, I really believe that if you put your mind into something, you could do it. I've developed this, like I spend one night miserable over a breakup. Like most of the time I'm not even miserable, like I don't even feel sad. It's just that I'm bored and I want to be dramatic. But if I was in a situation where I was heartbroken, like I have been of course in the past, I only spend one night miserable. I do whatever I want to do. I cry it out. I do whatever I want to do, like, you know, go out with my friends, go crazy. And the next day, I don't know who he is. That's my past. So yeah, also all of my advices are approved by my boys, by my guy best friends. I do have a lot of guy best friends. I learned all of this from their point of view, and honestly I've used these in my personal life and it has worked wonders. And yeah, that's it for this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.